concept of BW into this case. Yeah. Now look at this business requirement is this. Okay. Actually, this scenario is more suitable for oil and gas companies. Okay. Petroleum atla companies bulk suit, or pharma is also fine. Pharma also it suits. Okay. Now look at this. In the case. Basically, this was a solutioning built with ECC and BW together, not one. Yeah? So, this was actually done for a client called Shell. We did this. Okay. What was the requirement was, before we implemented this, their situation is like this. Okay. Say, they have a contract. Customer comes in and places a contract to this company saying, I want so and so product and so and so quantities and our contract will be valid for 12 months, and then they create a contract. And based on the contract, they will basically create a sales order. It means every monthly an order gets created and I deliver the goods to that guy. Okay. So in the contract, you have an agreement saying every month I need to give him on 6th day or 10th day of a month for each different customers. So based on that, I would do some scheduling of the production. Based on that, I'll manufacture my stock or make the stock ready and then give it to the customers first. Okay. So, but what happens? Suddenly my customer calls in. I was supposed to give him on 10th, but he calls by 8th saying, urgent ko this one. Today I need this stock urgently. Can you give it? So the sales executive doesn't know whether to give it or not. He didn't want to miss the customer, so he sends it. But there's no actual plan of sending it. So there was a big truck which takes 100 liters of petrol and then goes to that guy, which is supposed to carry 10,000 liters. It carries 100 liters and go to that guy. So is it not? Are you not wasting a lot of money there? Do you have leakage in it? Yeah, that is one. Okay, let's say we are supposed to give every month, as per agreement, we are supposed to give him 100 liters of petrol, but suddenly he says, I want 110 this time. So I've already planned my production such a way that I give all this customer as per my plan. But suddenly he's asking me for last minute changes of extra 10 liters of petrol. So I need to reduce it to someone else. So that's again a problem for me. So there have been a lot of leakages in the business here. Okay. Simple. If I can reduce 2 less than full truckloads in a month, how much money am I saving for the company? Yes. So are they ready to invest on the reports of ECC and BW to get to stop those loopholes? If they don't implement BW, they're going to lose a lot of money from the less than full truckload bus or last minute changes bus. So they wanted to make this business process tight enough so that they don't have these loopholes and lose money. That's the concept. So how was it done? Okay, clear? See, I'm not speaking about BW or what it is. Just the business process, what they have implemented. Now look at this. The functional consultants, or management consultants, they propose a solutioning like this. Okay. So they're going to have something called offer book. Yeah. We're going to have something called what? Offer book. Okay. Next, we're going to have the contract. Next, as per the contract, we are going to have a nomination. And as per the nomination, I will have sales order. And the next subsequent delivery fulfillment. As per the order, we are not worried on others. As per the order, we will have delivery, goods issue and billing, which we call it delivery fulfillment. So when I say delivery fulfillment, it will be delivery document, goods issue document, then billing. That's all it goes. So we're not focused on this, we are only focused on this flow. So my company would have an offer book. This is not a daily project. They will formulate an offer book. Based on this offer book, they'll have to process the contracts. Okay. and for each contract my customer has to nominate himself. Then based on the nomination they create a sales order and they'll go with the delivery bus. ఇంకా డీటెయిల్గా ఏంటంటే what they've done is they've got two sets, mainly two entities bus. One is product and one is customer. Okay, and they've done customer segmentation bus. What is it? Initially the process was like this. They want to do what? What do you mean customer segmentation? You categorize those customers. Generally, you would have some businesses who do like gold, platinum, silver, and they divide into 5. So latest management, what they say is, if you go into 5, you get into confusions. Okay, they say make it simple, exceptional, essential. As per this project, we have done only segmentation as 2: exceptional customer, essential customer. Actually, one logic ఏమంటే, there are a lot of customers who are ready to pay for the service and I would like to get more revenues. Actually, the more business principle ఏంటంటే, you get 80% of the revenue from 20% of the customers and you get 20% of revenue from 80% of the customers. You know what I'm saying? Any business you look at, you'll have major customers who actually contribute to the 80% of the revenue. So if you can focus on those 20 people, you can really increase your revenues. Always, any business you take in, 20% of the customers would actually contribute 80% of my revenue in these kind of businesses. Okay, you'll have major customers and small players would have. So based on big customer who is ready for service. For example, he says, I want this 10 liters extra petrol by night. Then I say, then rate is 1,000 rupees per liter. No problem, na kaval. That is the kind of customer I'm looking for. Will I get lots of profits in that case? So he is a customer who is ready to pay for service. Good morning, sir. 1,000 rupees, sir. Okay. That is the type of customer I want. He is not paying for the product. He is paying for the service you give. Prompt delivery. Hello, sir. Bob, మాట్లాడిచ్చేది కానీ అట్లుంటే వాడిని పట్టుకోవాలన్నట్టు. So those are the 20% of customers I would like to increase my revenue from. So what they have done is, first for this reason they have done customer segmentation. So in the customer master, they have got one more label or one more column which says he is an exceptional customer, he is an essential customer. Okay, boss. Then what are they? Do they have different product groups, boss?
So the 20% are exceptional or essential?
Exceptional. So you'll have different set of product. So you'll have a lot of sub products, right? And you basically you'll have product category. I'll set it as product category. You'll have product categories. Okay, what they've done now next is, okay, based on the type of customer and product group, they have come out with some offers. For example, for customer type exceptional, for product categories petrol, less than full truckload is allowed, last minute changes allowed, or price variations is allowed. So I'm saying all these offers. For what? If my customer type is exceptional, for petroleum products I'm allowing this. If my customer type is essential, for petroleum products, last minute less than full truckload I'm not allowing, last minute changes I'm not allowing. I'm controlling that offers like that. And the exceptional customer is ready to pay for service, I'm going to give all those offers to him. But the customer who is not ready to pay for service, I'm not going to give those offers to him. Like this, they have formulated something on offer book. That's going to be a cookbook, and every sales executive should refer to that book and do their business. Okay. Now next, the contracts. Now the transaction starts up. Now customer comes in and he wants to place an order to me and he wants to enter an agreement with me for 1 year of product supply. That's a contract. So what the sales executive should do is, he should identify what type of customer is it, whether he is an exceptional customer or essential customer, and what product is he ordering for. Then based on that I can get to know product category. Then he should actually look out the offer book saying, okay, for this customer, for this offer book, for this product group, what all offers I am accepting. Then based on that you should enter into a contract. In the contract you'll have all the agreements. In the contract deed you'll have all the settings, all the options maintained was okay. Less than full truckload I'm agreeing or not. Last minute changes I'm agreeing in or not. What is my nomination date? I'll tell you what is nomination. On which day my customer has to nominate how much stock you nomination ante. See, the contract is valid for 12 months. Let's say nomination day is 4th day of a month. On every 4th day of a month, my customer has to nominate how much stock he wants. Okay, boss? So what I call it as nomination. What is my nomination day? What is my nomination volume minimum and max? What is minimum he has to raise? What is maximum he has to raise? What is the amount? What is the quantity he does ask? It should be within that range. If he says 1 lakh cannot supply to everyone, right? So within the contract you will have all the details saying, all the agreements saying less than full truckload I may go to give to this contract or not. Last minute changes am I accepting? What is my nomination minimum volume? Now what is my nomination maximum volume? What is total contract volume? What is my nomination date? What is my delivery date also? Let's say you nominate by 4th. I will deliver it by 6th. Agreement. I have agreed some date of deliveries, boss. Yes or no, boss? So all those I would have in the contract here. Okay. So will I have different types of contracts like short term or long term? As per my business, they are categorized into 2, short and long term. Any contract which is valid for 3 months, it is a short term. Any contract which is valid for more than 3 months, it is long term contract. Okay, now boss, done? Okay. Then there is a nominations. Then next they create a next type of transactions, nomination. Who creates it? Say customer has to raise it. Okay. So what happens on every based on the contract agreement, you would have a nomination date. See, my contract is for 12 months. Every month I need to deliver certain quantities to him. And when I say nomination date is 4th day, on a 4th day of every month, my customer should nominate to me saying I want so much of stock. That is called nominations. Okay. And based on that, planning is done internally, and then they go with what? Based on the nomination stock, they create a sales order, then they do a delivery. And in the sales order, I will know whether it was done with less than full truckload or last minute changes were done onto it or not. I can know from here. And from the contract, I can know what was agreements made. And from the nominations, I can know what is he nominating for. Clear on this? And these kind of, and then next is, once the order is created, then the next is delivery document, goods issue, we are issuing the goods, then what? We call it as PJ, post goods issue document. We'll have a delivery document, post goods issue document, and billing. We are not considered into my project now. We'll have it like that, okay? General sales flow is like that, okay? You'll have inquiry, quotation, sales order, then you'll have a delivery, then you'll have what? Post goods issue document and billing. That is general sales. But for me, it is contract specific, so I'll have contract, then nomination, then I've got sales order, then I've got what? Subsequent delivery fulfillment. Did you understand what is nomination, what is sales orders? Was good. Now for contract, they had a standard table because contract is also one kind of sales document. Contracts and sales orders both get stored in VBAC table, same tables only. But for nominations, they never had a standard table, they built a custom table. Okay. For storing offer book, they never had a standard table, they built their own custom table. Okay, boss, clear on this? So these two are custom tables. This is a standard extractor. Through standard extractor can extract my contracts and sales orders. And so when I use 2 LIs, 11 VHDR or VA team, I will get sales document header and item. But does it give you contract or item, boss? Both it gives. But how do we differentiate which is contract, which is order? Based on document category. In the VBAC table, you will have something called document type, VB type, which tells you sales document type, whether it is a contract or order bus. With that, you can differentiate, load in 2 different DSOs. You have single data source. Based filtering on the document type, you load contracts to 1 DSO, you load sales orders to 1 DSO. You can do. Okay, boss. And for nominations, I've done generic extractor with function model. For offer book, I've done generic extraction on table. Now, why did you do generic extraction function model on this? Now, when it is a table, why did you do that? In this, I had 2 fields, created date, changed date. I had to enable delta mechanism on both the columns. If I need to enable, because normal standard delta mechanism works on single column, but I need to have delta mechanism working on 2 columns, created date and changed date both. So I used and with or operator where create date is equal to current date or change date is equal to current date. You getting this what happened? Okay, good. So this was what happening in ECC, SAP ECC system. This was happening. Okay, boss. Inka, if you want to really make it more complex and want to make it say multiple source, you can say this nominations was in an external application. For all these nominations was processed in a different application. Yeah. All these are in ECC. Yeah. ECC, but the nomination transaction was done in a different Java application or mainframe application. Okay, or you can say sales orders are into mainframes, contract is into ECC, and nomination is into Java application with Oracle database. So for BW, I need to extract what? Sales order data from a mainframe system, and nominations data I need to extract through what? DB Connect, and this from the ECC system. Right? Now am I leveraging SAP and non-SAP systems? This is what the business was going on. Okay, this is what. So they've done all the configurations in ECC to get this process tight enough. Now what they want is they would like to leverage some reporting on top of whether the new business process what I've implemented, is it being streamlined, to what percentage it is being streamlined. That's what. This is a new business process, how they have to do the business. If they do business like this, they're going to get a lot of profits. Why? Because I'm reducing a lot of leakages in it. Yes or no? So now I need to have some reporting to track this, whether my business process is going on smoothly or not. And for this reporting, I've used BW. You getting this? For this purpose, I've used BW. Yeah. Then what kind of reporting they wanted? What kind of reporting they wanted to see, make sure that this business process is going on smooth. That's what it is. Then we started understanding the requirements from the user. They started giving it like this. Yeah. First, let me give you the report requirement. Then you'll understand. Because the complex questions for you would be what was the report? Aim fields unindi. That is where you feel more tough because you feel that is a real time question. Yeah. That's what I'm giving you. But I also made my data ready. You have to extract those data and give me all those reports. And same logics you can put in the profile. Okay. Pola, Java Dechkula, Raval was a bit. Right. Now, look at this now. Reports, yeah. First one. Offer book compliance report. Summary. Offer book compliance report detail. So these are the first two reports, and this is an RRA report. This is RRA report. Okay. First, he has to see a summary. From summary, he'll jump to a detailed report. Now, what is this point about? And now, what I want is in the summary report. Basically, I'm expecting. బోర్ కొడుతుందా ఎంత బిడ్డలు వచ్చినా దీంతో జాబ్ వచ్చేది దాంతో ద్వారా ఓకే now look at this. I want it like country, region, okay, for a particular country and region, total number of contracts, offer book complaint, offer book compliant contracts. They, in the report, in the gathering requirements, they give you the layout like this, what they want. They'll give some sample data you can put in, and you can provide some prototype of kind of report I want. This is my summary report in a particular country, or you put region and then country, region and a country. What was my total number of contracts, and how many total number of contracts are in compliance, and how many are not in compliance, and what is the percentage of non-compliance in a particular region. I'm not going to tolerate anything less than anything greater than 2%. And 2% are good. Fault tolerance is okay, and my business is not accepting more than that. This is summary report. Now my question is, how are we going to calculate? What we are focusing on offer book compliances. Okay. So how do I say whether my contract is a complaint or whether my contract is a non-complaint? Look at this. You create a contract. See, this offer book compliance is comparison of contract to offer book. Now, okay. In a contract, do you deal with some customer? Does it deal with some product? Yes or no? So in the contract, you know customer and you know product. Okay. In the offer book, based on the customer, in the offer book, you'll have customer type, product category, and then offer book elements. Okay, and contract will have what? Contract number, customer, product, whether LTF, all the agreements, LTFL is accepted or LMC is accepted, what is nomination volume, minimum, maximum, nomination date is what, all those agreements will be there in the contract. Now you should pick the contract, find out the customer, from there find out the customer type, pick the product, find out the product type, then based on the customer type and product type, read the offer book elements and start in the offer book. What does LTFL say? Yes. Now what does my contract say? Yes or no? You'll have LTFL agreements in both. Yes or no? Yes. If both are matching, then you say yes. As part of LTFL, it is complete. Like this, all my offer book elements should match. If any one offer book element does not match, then the contract is not compliance. Getting what I'm saying? So like this, you calculate all those, okay? But ultimately, I want to report say there are 100 contracts, 10 were complaint and 90 were 90 were complaint and 10 were non-compliant. So percentage of 10 on 100 is 10%. 10% non-compliance. And still there is a leakage in my process. That is what. So for you, just like 5 columns, but for my business, just by knowing the 10% will help me. Okay, income leakages jarugutunnayi. Still, even though we have set up a process, it is still not running in. Will that help them? But is it really helping the business or not? If I go to some customer and say I give this kind of report, is he ready to spend some money or not? I know BW is costly, but if I say he is getting a benefit of some crores, let's say if he invests 1 crore, he is getting benefit of 100 crores, will he not invest? Who will not invest? Everyone is ready for it. What is the return on investment when I am doing BW reports? That is what you have to justify. So does this report help him out? Yes or no? Then now let's say he looks at some contracts, let's say complaint or total or non-complaints, he looks at 5. 100, 10, 90, 95, 5 anko. When he clicks on this 5 or anywhere, when I jump in, my next report should show me all those contracts which are non-compliant with all those offer elements which are non-compliant only, not everything. Because let's say my offer book is going to have 24 or 25 offer elements for each combination. For exceptional customer, for this petroleum products, let's say there will be 24 offers. and all those 24 hours maintained in contract. I must compare 24 entries and say whether my contract is compliance or not. When it is not compliance, when I click on that 5, I should jump to a detailed report which shows me 5 contracts which are non-compliant, but it should not show me all 24 elements. It should show me only those elements which are not matching up. It should show me only offer elements which are not matching up, which made it non-compliant. And if user wants, let him remove the filter so that he can see all elements, if others also. That is how I should have a detailed report. That's what I want. Okay, boss. So I need to jump to a detailed report, which again tells me here I should get the complete contract number, okay, contract type, contract start date, end date, offer elements, okay, offer elements, offer value, contract value, okay, offer value, contract value. Did you understand the output? Contract number 1, short-term contract, date from this date to this date is my valid. LTFL, offer element, less than full truckload. Offer book value says yes, but my contract says no. That's a difference. LMC agreement, my offer book says no, but my contract says yes. I need for a particular contract number 1, contract type short term, start date some date, some XXX date to end date, and these are all my elements which are not matching up like this.
Group by contract number.
For each contract, what are the offer elements which are not matching up? First of all, when I jump in, I should see only which are not matching. Later, if user wants, he can remove the filter and then see all, whether matching or not, he can see all the offer elements. I want a detailed report like this. ఈ రెండు రిపోర్ట్లు ఆడుకోవచ్చు అన్నట్టు. ఓన్లీ విత్ దీస్ 2 reports you can clear any interview. Yeah, that's one report. Then I want next set of reports as
this will be like a drill down attributes.
We'll discuss. This is because in the interviews they don't ask you really what was routine, write the routine. They don't say. First get the large requirements. I'll show you data. You do practice in the lab. You do it, I will sit along with you. You form a group, try to do the same scenario, then I will help you if you're stuck. Because my volume is less, you are really strong in writing routine, so you can really finish it fast. You can do that. And same thing, then we will discuss what it is. Then it makes sense. Yeah. Next, I want contract compliances. Again, I want contract compliance summary, and I want contract compliance summary, and I want contract compliance details. Okay, Robus, fine. Now, what is this contract compliance is about? See here, the major compliances we are looking at is nomination date compliance, I want to see about nomination. For every contract, I would like to see the nomination date compliance. When I say nomination date compliance is, like say, when you create a contract, you would have a nomination day, whether it is 4th day, 5th day, 6th day, 7th day, what it is. And every month my customer has to raise a nomination. Once I get the nomination, I should check whether was my nomination raised within the agreed date or not. If it is early, it's okay. It cannot be delayed. Can one contract, let's say I've got a contract which is valid for 12 months, will it have 12 nominations? at any month, so under nomination date. If any one nomination is delayed, then as part of nomination date, this contract is not compliance. If you want to see the data, we are trying to see contract of what? I am trying to manipulate something on nomination day. For this contract, my nomination day is what? 4. Means 4th of every month, yeah? And I've got nominations here. I've got a nomination which is done on what? 4th, this is a nomination document, yeah? Of this, what is my contract? 9001. For 9001 contract, let's filter it on all 9001. There is one 4th, and what? 4th. So all my dates are within the limit of my nomination day, which is accepted. Yes or no? Clear? Okay, good. Nomination volume min. Nomination volume min compliance means, again, is going to have in the contract. If you see, in the contract we have agreed some nomination volume minimum, and what is minimum? 20. Max is what? The order what he nominates should be between this range. Nomination volume minimum compliance means what is the stock erase should not be less than my minimum. So what was he raising is all about, it is all within the limit. Suppose let's assume it is 19, then it is less than my low, then it is what? Non-compliance low. Contract nomination volume minimum non-compliance. If it is within the limit, then it says, if it is greater than the low value, then what? Non-compliance min. Nomination volume compliance minimum. I am confused just now. You would think you'll have two things, okay? What compliance or non-compliance? You'll always have two things, eh? And nomination date compliance, then what? Nomination date? Okay, boss. Same way you'll go with what? Max. Like this, I want you to show me these compliances for a contract. For a given contract, I would like to see statuses of all these compliances. Now, I would like, in the summary report, I want notes like this, and total number of contracts, okay, compliant, non-compliant, percentage of non-compliant. You will have to build structure nodes to get this out, yeah? Okay, good. You do whatever you want. I want that out. So I want this query like this. Okay? And this is like summary. Now when he clicks on this, let's say when he clicks on this nomination date non-compliance, it should jump to what? Another query, detailed query, which gives me which are the contracts which are non-compliance with respect to nomination date. If I click this and jump, then it will show me which are the contracts which are not compliant with respect to minimum, max. Yeah, you better take this out anyhow. I'm giving another column. This is whatever. So for this nomination date specific, total number of contracts are 100, but as part of this formula, as part of nomination date specific, how many are compliant, how many are not compliant, what is percentage. Click JSA, if I click this, it will show me everything. But if I click this non-compliant, it should show me only those contracts which are non-compliant. If I click this, only compliant ones. If you click this, it should show me all contracts. Okay, boss? In the detailed one, it should show me detailed one, saying contract number, type, all those details. What was the nomination? What was the expected day? What was the expected day? What was the original nomination date? And all those stuff did. What was expected minimum max? What was actual nomination volume? And show me entire details of that in a detailed report. Getting this? Mhm. Next, I have one more report. Sales order compliance. I can just one sales order compliance. Then you create a sales order, right? When you see in the contract, you will have an agreement whether it is less than full truckload supported or not. But in the sales order, are we really giving it as less than full truckload or not? So I need to take the sales order, observe whether that was processed as less than full truckload or last minute changes is allowed or not. All those settings will be there in the sales order. And you'll have it in the contract. Now get the sales order, see through which contract it is belongs to. Now in sales order you are processing LTFL. Now is it allowed in contract? In sales order you are allowing LMC. In contract did I allow it or not? If both are compliance, then it's fine. In contract, I have accepted for LTFL. In sales order, I am processing it as LTFL, is okay. If I am not accepted for LTFL, if I give LTFL, then non-compliance. So that is what compliance of sales order complaint unda leda. Is my sales order created properly as per contract or not? That's what I want. So that will be sales order compliances based on LTFTL and LMC. Last minute changes and less than a full truckload. So in the sales order, I will have indicators as LTFL and I will have a column called LMC. And in the contract also I will have this. Based on the sales order, with the reverse link, you will find out a contract. For the contract, etlundi, what is it? If both are matching, it's compliant. If not matching, then non-compliance. And both matching lo kuda etlante, if contract says yes, and you are not doing the less than full truckload, still compliance or not? In the contract, we have accepted for less than full truckload, yes. But in the sales order, I am not doing less than full truckload. It's benefit for me. But still, is it compliance? Yes. But if contract says no and you are giving it, then it is non-compliance. Getting? So I want to see then the sales order compliances. I will have again summary report. So you have to give me for a particular country and for a particular region, and how many are compliant with the total number of orders. Total sales orders. How many are compliant with LMC? How many are non-compliant? Okay, I want LMC compliance, LMC non-compliance, LTFL compliance, LTFL non-compliance. How many LTFTL? How many are compliance with LTFTL? And percentage of this, percentage of LMC non-compliance, and percentage LTFTL non-compliance. మొత్తం సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్లు ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? ఎల్ఎంసి పరంగా నాన్ కంప్లైంట్, హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ నాన్ కంప్లైంట్స్ యాజ్ పర్ ఎల్ఎఫ్సి, హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ నాన్ కంప్లైంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్టీఎఫ్ఎల్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ నాన్ కంప్లైంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ఎంసి, వాట్ ఇస్ ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్టీఎఫ్ఎల్ అండ్ పర్సంటేజ్. ఇది సమ్మరీ రిపోర్ట్. Detailed report, when I jump in, it should start showing me all the sales order number. Yeah, it should show me contract type, contract details, start date, end date, contract type, all those. Okay, dot. Okay, then sales orders, sales order number, sales order, sales LTFTL value, contract LTFTL value. Yeah, sales FTL value, contract LTFL value, sales LMC value, and contract LMC value. అర్థమైందా? Did you get this? This ఈ రిపోర్ట్ నువ్వు ల్యాబ్లో చేసి రెజ్యూమ్ పెడితే జాబ్ రాకపోతే ఎప్పుడన్నా నన్ను కాలర్ పట్టుకుని అడుగు. ఎనీ డే you should see, getting job is the most easiest thing in the world. Forget about how you, whether you work there or not, that's a different story, what kind of scenario you face it. But getting job is the most easiest thing in the world. Okay, if you can plan it clearly, do this example, formulate your profile. They'll have weekend interviews in Bangalore. Catch a bus on Friday, attend interview, get the offer on Monday, talk to me, join the company. Ante. No other discussions. వేరే పంచాయతీ లేదు. ఒకటే నేను ఐ లెట్ మీ అటెండ్ 10 ఇంటర్వ్యూస్, దెన్ ఐ గెట్ ఒకే ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఒకే జాబ్ కొట్టాలి పోతాను. సెకండ్ అనేది లేదు ఆప్షన్. డోంట్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు సెకండ్. ఓన్లీ వన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ, యూ గోన్ టు బ్రేక్ ఇట్, యూ విల్ గెట్ అండ్ దెన్ జాయిన్. You tell me, there are people who are cracking the interview on Friday, joining by Monday. Don't they know there is a fake guy when I'm joining by Friday? Real guy, if I'm a real time guy, I can't join by one day. I need a notice period of 3-4 months. What Monday join put on a fake. They know everyone is fake, but they want quality in fake. Yeah. Did you understand this? And I want you to try this scenario. Yeah. For all this scenario, you know Dilip, right? He is the one who is formulating data. He knows where is it, what he has done is, he has put all those data into HANA database. Because we didn't want to practice with flat files, we have put that into HANA database. You connect with, you take nominations data into one Excel file, one DB connect, one BAP ECC table kesko. So you can practice all multiple systems aggregating into one project like that. You can do that. Okay. This is one project I wanted you to focus on. One more.
This is the guy who's taking HANA class?
Yeah, attending HANA class, yeah. Okay. Next is a simple one requirement, like you can project this for 6 months, 5 months project, okay. Just implementing inventory queue. Okay. Inventory queue, okay. And DSO for demands. This is ZIC_C03Q. This is what? Demands DSO. And this is getting feed from APO demand planning system. See, extract data from APO is pretty much same. APO is either install from business content RSFI or generic extract. Okay, boss. Then this demands are getting from inventory, getting from BX, BFUM from where? From ECC. Okay. So on top of this, a BEX query. Some I can't do. BEX query giving stocks. Okay. Then APD, which takes what? This query and what? Demands. And through APD calculate what? Demand ratio, which tells you how many weeks demand can I sustain. I gave you the logic also, and collect into a direct update DSO. DMD ratio, and from there create load into a cube. From direct update DSO, can I do loading? But only thing is it's a full. Okay. Then create a multi-provider. Multi-provider symbol is better, but Just putting this, create a multi-provider on top of it. Where you connect what? Inventory queue, demand queue, and demand ratio queue, and then create a big query on top. So one report, but you have to format so much of flow, and then get this done. So you can easily project this for 6 months, or at least 3 months. At least 3 months as a CR, we have handled this. Okay, and one more thing. You can put this as two things you can manipulate. You can put this as a CR you've done in a support, or a small implementation. It's not that every product would be end-to-end implementation. It will be small enhancements, small CR. It could be like that also. Mini project also. Then that is a simple one, because we're going to put purchasing also, right? 2 LIs, 0 to item, and purchasing data. Purchasing flow would be like this. It will have you will have what? PR, purchase requisitions. You will have PO. You will have goods receipt, invoice. So this is like a flow for general flow for purchasing, and there can be something like between this. Before you go with the PO, they can have some bidding also. Kada? So basically, this is where functional knowledge. You got to speak about the flow like this: purchase requisitions, bidding, then PO. PO is what? Purchase order. PR is what? Purchase requisition, and then goods receipt, then the invoice. So how does it go? Like say I'm a company, I want to buy some parts, I want to buy some raw materials. I raise a requisition, and that gets on to that will be dealt by some purchasing team. We will have buyers in it. They're the one who are responsible for buying. They go with the bidding process, find out a technical approved buyer, supplier, or with less quoting. Yeah. Then they create a PO and give it to him, and based on the PO, he'll give the goods to you, and we'll have what? Goods receipt for us. Based on goods receipt, we'll do an invoice. Okay. And out of this, you can look at some good report. Like now, we'll ask you. I would like to have turnaround time. Can we create simple report on turnaround time? So let's say there is existing flow like this. We have to create new report on what? What is turnaround time? I have raised a PO and I have received my goods after some days. What is my lead time? What is my lead time? So why will I use this information? So I have raised a PO for some keyboards. Okay, I got them after 5 days. So will this experience help me saying whenever I want a keyboard in the next time, should know that it would take 5 days, so that whenever I need it, I would raise it 5 days before, so that I would have my keyboards ready when I really need it. Will this information help me? So what do? You take the purchase order data, you take the goods receipt and PO will have a link. When you have receipt, it will have for which PO we have this goods receipt. Okay. So based on that, you will get the join of, say, for purchase order, what is my PO date, what is my goods receipt date, and difference between these two dates is what? Mine turnaround dates. right? Now, I would like to maintain this as a master data of a product. For each product, what is my turnaround time? How can I do? Master data attribute. Oh, yeah, you'll maintain that as attribute. Say turnaround time, but I need to fill that. I need to fill that attribute from what? No. Turnaround time, I'll maintain this attribute of product, but I can still make this scenario complex where you'll make this attribute. But how do you want to fill that attribute first? Logic artham. You create a big query which is giving you for each product for each PO what is my turnaround time. Now based on this I need to get my experiences and calculate for each product what is my turnaround time. Right? So you have a PO, you have a goods. So PO will have line item data. So once you raise a PO, do you raise for one item or multiple line items? I should raise for each line item PO. I will have goods receipt done. So I'll compare the PO credit date of the line item versus the goods receipt and get the turnaround time. Let's say 5 days it says. So will that belong to one product? Will that belong to one product bus? For the same product, can there be lot of purchase orders? Let's say during one first purchase order it took 5 days, but next it got 3 days, next it got 1 day, next I got 4 days. Then what should be my turnaround time? Average I would take. And you should calculate average, then fill that value into master data bus. Calculate that in the big query and fill that value into master data. How can I do this? Can I use APT? Take the big query as a source. Can I use master data as a target in APT? Yes. That is the kind of scenario I want you to plan up first. Okay, Nana? Okay. Yeah. So I think if you can have this